They skipped my wedding, my own parents. They said it was a trivial event and told me not to bother them with it. 1 week later, my mother posted videos of herself sipping cocktails in Hawaii, smiling, laughing, arm in arm with Rachel and her family. Not even a text to me, not even a congratulations. That was the day something inside me shut off. It wasn't always like this. I used to be the dependable one, the son who sent money every month, the one they leaned on when Rachel's husband's business failed, when dad's debts piled up, when mom cried about losing the house. I signed loan guarantees because family comes first. I thought love meant carrying the weight, even if no one ever said thank you. I believed that until the wedding, until I stood at the altar looking at the empty chairs reserved for my parents. The signs had been there. The way my calls always went unanswered unless I was wiring money, the way Rachel's kids got brand new iPads while I lived in a one-bedroom with peeling paint, the way every sacrifice I made disappeared into a black hole of entitlement. But that Hawaii video, that was the knife. They could have come to my wedding. They just chose Rachel's luxury over my vows. And they expected me to stay silent. I didn't rage, I didn't beg, I didn't even cry. I went cold. I pulled out the loan documents I had signed, my father's loans, backed by my name. Years of debt that chained me to their irresponsibility. They thought I was trapped, that my silence was permanent. But silence isn't weakness. Silence is patience sharpening its edge. Step 1. I met with the bank. The loans weren't mine, not technically. I was the guarantor, which meant I had power they didn't realize I could wield. Step 2. I gathered proof. Transfers, texts, the Hawaii posts, all time-stamped and saved. Step 3. I cut them off. No more payments, no more wiring money, no more rescuing them from the quicksand they dug for themselves. I watched as the notices piled up, letters stamped "Final Warning," calls that went unanswered, and I waited. It didn't take long. 1 week after their vacation, my father's number flashed on my screen. For the first time in months, he actually wanted to speak. "The loan payments haven't been made," he said, his voice tight with panic. I let the silence stretch, then spoke slowly. "Don't contact me about trivial matters." There was a pause. "What did you just say?" "You heard me. You taught me, remember? My wedding was trivial. My life, trivial. So your debts, your collapsing credit, also trivial." His breathing turned ragged. "You can't just, this will ruin us." "It already has," I replied, calm. "But don't worry. Rachel looks good in Hawaii. She can handle it." I hung up. That was the last time I answered his call. The fallout came quickly. The house went first, then Dad's car. Rachel's husband's business collapsed under unpaid loans. They tried blaming me. Of course they did. But the proof was there. Every transfer, every signature, every time I had carried them, they couldn't erase it this time. I blocked their numbers. I stopped checking their social media. I let them drown in the same silence they once fed me. Now, when I walk through my apartment, I breathe freely. No invisible weight crushing my chest. No obligation chaining me to people who only saw me as a wallet. For years, they sneered at me, dismissed me, chose Rachel every time. But when the walls closed in, it wasn't Rachel who could save them. It was me. And I chose not to. Because sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't what you do, it's what you stop doing.